What's up, Travelears? My name is Garrett. I'm the Chief Content Creator for Travelear, and today we're going to be recording a 3D soundscape of the Santa Monica Airport. So, first, I'm going to give you guys a look around, then I'll show you guys my setup, then we'll record, and then we'll take a listen back to what we recorded today, and we'll talk about it a bit. Okay? Ready? Here we go. Okay, let's give you guys a look around. This is the viewing platform right here, which is really cool. There's actually another one right here, which is also really cool. This one actually puts us closer to where the planes, this is the runway right here. A little bit about the airport. It was built back in 1919, one of LA's first airports, back then called Cloverfield. And the airport is scheduled to be closed down in 2028. So coming up on its 100-year anniversary, I thought it'd be a good idea to capture what it was like, or what it is like, to hang out here and really watch all these small planes and jets and helicopters go by, because it is a really cool experience. And not to mention, you can actually see Century City there in the background. We are actually above sea level, pretty far above sea level. You can actually, it's a little hazy today, but that is the ocean. Wow, that is the ocean over there. So I really wanted to record this and make this like a permanent bookmark in history long, and I think this recording will survive long after the airport is gone. So I'm going to turn this around and let's check out my setup. Okay, let's take a look at my setup. Let's start over here with my sound devices. 788. I just actually got this guy back from the factory, had it checked up on, so I'm going to do this little magic here. I'm going to peel this guy off. Ooh, so smooth. Love it. Awesome. So, I've got my channel 1 and 2 hooked up to this, my binaural microphone. Let's look at my gain settings real quick. 39.5, 39.5, both channels. These 1s and 2s, of course, coordinate to my left and right. So 1 and 2, left, right, 1 and 2, right. And this goes into this tangle of mess over here, but essentially this follows up here, and this is going to be my channel 1 and channel 2, left, right, channel 1, channel 2. So let's go back over to my recorder for 1 second. I want to show you guys something. For this, I've actually, I always really turn my limiters off, which is this guy right here, and that prevents any overmodulation. But for 3D audio, you really don't want any compressors on. You really want to avoid that, because it will distort your 3D field that you're trying to record. Also, this is my levels over here. They're kind of going wacky because there's a lot of wind on the mic right now. And these are the windscreens. I'm going to put these guys on, but I can only do it with 2 hands, and I can't hold the camera at the same time. So once we're done here, I'll put those guys on. I also want to note to you guys, you can see power is off up here. That actually refers to the internal power, which I don't have any in right now. It does need power. It needs 48 volt power, and my 788 supplies that. You can actually see here the top right that I've got both those guys turned on, because the mic cannot power itself. If you want to see my recorder's power, I've got this little repair job right here, and it's hooked up to a lithium-ion battery. This is actually good timing, because I got a plane starting up over here, so you can see that at Century City, like we talked about, and it's going to take off down that runway and take off towards the ocean. Now, what's really cool about this airport is that you can see the control tower right there, and if we turn around in this viewing deck, these speakers right here actually pump out a live feed of the air traffic controller's radio, so you can hear the planes and air traffic control talking to one another. So this setup is really cool. So not only can we catch the planes taking off and landing, they will land here and they take off over that way. So we get this awesome left to right, and we can hear air traffic control talking to the planes as they're doing their business. So it's going to be a really cool 3D soundscape. And here's another view, the viewing area. Nothing special, but you know, it does give you a lot of access to this airport. And there's no major airlines that run out of here. It's all usually private. Here's another one. A lot of private jets, a lot of prop planes. I actually think prop planes sound better than jets. You'll listen here for a second. It's pretty cool. And so sometimes I'll actually just come out here after lunch and just sit on these benches and just kind of hang out. It's pretty quiet up here. It's also really windy. And I'm going to address that right now. So I'm going to put these earmuffs on and I'll be right back. And here's this plane taking off. So the earmuffs are on. That'll help us with wind protection. Also, you can see I put a bongo tie around these cables so the cables don't hit the stand and make a bunch of unwanted noise. I do want to say something about our gain, right? Now, you know, it's very important to keep the gain on each mic, you know, at the same level, and that's very important. But also in this environment, you know, we've got propeller planes, which, you know, make a good deal of noise. Then we have jets, which also make a lot more noise. And, you know, when I was setting this up, I noticed that, you know, sometimes the jets would just straight out blow the levels out. And without a limiter on, you know, it can really kind of crush your recording. But at the same time, if you have your limiter on, then you are already crushing your 3D field. So my advice when you get a sound source coming into your 3D field when you're recording that is really just blowing out your levels, my advice, do not adjust. I think if you adjust, you are going to screw up your 3D field, and it is no longer going to be a 3D soundscape or any sort of 3D experience. I think you're just going to ruin it. So if you can't get it, then it wasn't meant to be. With that being said, I think we're ready to go. So let's press record, and here we go. And we're back, and I've got a sunburn because I've been out here for 8 hours. So as far as the recording went, I think it went pretty well. We did have a lot of wind on our left mic over here because we had wind shooting down the airport off the ocean and coming right down and kind of hitting our bike. But I think the windscreen did a pretty good job. The other thing was, you know, it is a public place. Santa Monica Airport is a really fun place for people to come and watch planes, and, you know, you can get really close to the tarmac and really close to the runway. That's also why I chose this place. Also, you have a lot of foot traffic and kids and a lot of people trying to enjoy the space. And when you're trying to record a 3D soundscape, you're trying to capture the environment, some of those elements, you know, are things that you may not want in there. And so it is up to you just to figure out a way to work around them. So let's do this. Let's take a listen to what we've recorded, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Okay, so did you guys like it? Did you guys like the air traffic control coming from and back of you? Did you like the planes coming from left to right, which, you know, start to define our 3D field and really bring you into the environment? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Questions, comments, let me know. Send me a message, leave me a comment. Look at this plane going over here. It's been a really long day, like a really long day. So I'm already packed up. I'm gonna get out of here. To listen to the full 3D soundscape, go download the Travelear app if you haven't already. And can also listen to all the other soundscapes on there. And if you guys have any questions about how I did any of those, or your opinions on how I did them, or if you want to know more on how to make your own, hit me up, leave me a comment, send me a message. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.